right, I am live. Trying to figure this out, y'all. All right. Testing this out. Let's see, get this screen up. Let me know if you see the screen, Shavar. Let me see. Trying to. It's my first time really testing this out. About to trade options on SPY. Just give me a second, trying to figure out this screen real quick. Share link. So I add this trading view. All right. All right, let's go down to the 5 minute. We got a minute and 51 seconds. I'm about to mark my my ORB range. It's moving kind of slow.
Can't see your screen yet, bro.
Okay. All right, so bro, I'm trying to figure it out real quick, and it's cool. I'm just trying to really giving this thing a test run. Turn my VWAP on. This is exactly why I want to do a test run, so I can figure it. Trying to get this screen up. Give me a second. Shut this tab instead.
Yo.
Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me see what I look like on your end. Just tell me.
No, I can't see it. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me see.
All right. How my audio sound? Yeah, still trying to get that up. Okay. It's right here in this tab. Can you see it now? You should be able to. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. Y'all can see a chart now. Now I can give y'all some real analysis. All right, bro. Just let me know how I'm doing in the comments. All right.
What up, nephew? You trading today? What's up?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube live trading right now. I'm about to text you my YouTube name real quick. Oh yeah, we definitely pushing to the upside. Okay, we broke above. I need a retest. to come back to this 669. I want to see a bull flag. I bet I probably would have been in on this play. More than likely, I would have, but I was sitting there trying to go live. So it's my first time going live on here. So really not too concerned on this first one, just because I got to get used to being prepared and getting set up on this. So, but I got my iPad over here to the left of me. And let's see what the options change looking like. Okay, SPY. Today's expiration date. All right. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find. Try to catch something. See what my ADR is. So that's 662. If we break above that, then we trigger Friday's highs. So I doubt that we go straight to it without a pullback. I mean, if we do that, it'd be kind of crazy. See. Shavar, leave a comment for me. I want to see if it'll pull up on the side over here. All right, so we still got some distance between here and the upper ADR, which I usually try to shoot for the upper ADR every day, depending on like where we open and stuff like that. So if we can get a pullback to close some of this gap, I don't want to chase, even though it's been 15 minutes. I like to wait for the first 15 minutes. Right now we're holding VR strong. And so now what I want to see is if we can come back and test the 9 EMA, see like it's kind of selling off right now because I don't like to chase. Like this is a gap and go. So for me, I just want to really see it cool off. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if we can pull back and see how it's going to react in this area. So if we close back inside the ORB, then we need to wait, obviously. But if this closes a filter up, because I trade the strat. So the strat, like if this candle closed right here, we got 37 seconds, right? If this close with like a bearish top until then, we probably going to try to come back and get back up on the VWAP, and then either the markets want to come down to test this gap or close the gap entirely, or just come and bounce off the 9 EMA, going back to the upside and pushing for the rest of the day. Or it can kind of stall out, go sideways, and then close the whole entire gap. So you want to be patient as much as possible. Okay, so I appreciate you letting me know. I think I got to maybe like enable it on show comments on stage. Okay, now try Shavar. Let me know if it leaves you a comment. I mean, let me know if it'll let you like leave one. Yeah, for sure.
It's not allowing me to leave the chat, bro. I'm trying to see if I can do it, but
okay, so all right, now we're coming back inside that ORB. Let me see this up. All right. So we had a candle close outside of it, but this candle right here is trying to, okay, we buying up off of it a little bit. It still got some buying pressure. Right here, if we get like a really big green candle, it's probably gonna push some more. Now I'm kind of stuck waiting because it's still like in the area where it can pull back.
Nah, I still can't leave no comment. I'm not even seeing your comment. So if you type in the chat, hopefully it'll pop up and then I can respond. But it ain't even showing nothing you see.
Okay, got you. Let me see. Join the conversations. To watching now. All right. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to go through the kinks, so I'm gonna just focus on the trade right now. But when I say buying pressure, like if it's a long wick at the bottom, it's just telling you like buyers are trying to step in. But so a lot of times you want to wait to see how the candle close. You don't want to. You want to get like a real clear direction on like what the market is doing. Sun kind of hitting hard. Close this line a little bit. All right. I was looking real harsh in there. Okay. All right. I'm over here looking at the ES2 on my iPad. We probably come back and retest the top of that ES. So I'm thinking the market might try to start off at some point to try to come at least test this gap. So I'm gonna be careful trying to enter too early. Still got a minute and 40 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. Yeah, Shabar, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out how to like eventually do the comments on here. I think it's something I gotta enable either through this StreamYard service or on my actual YouTube. So we're gonna see. Is it lagging or anything? Is it glitching? Like how's it looking as far as the internet? That's what I want to know. Buyer stepping in so far. If this candle close strong, it's probably going to try to continue to keep going up. This is a tough position right here, to be honest. And close right on the line. Yep. So a lot of times, y'all, it'll build out a bull flag. Let me kind of like draw a little baby one. Okay, appreciate that, Fid.
Good and clear, bro. No glitching, no nothing, man. It look good.
Okay, bet. Appreciate that, Shabar. Yeah, see how we coming back in? You got to be careful taking them calls because it's not really a close, like a strong close on this. Let me see. But like if we come back and touch VWAP and if it starts to buy up off of VWAP really hard, then they let you know like it's probably gonna like go higher. But if we fail VWAP, then it's going to come back and close this gap for sure. Or at least test the gap. It got a high probability of testing the gap. So this is the thing about the market, like being patient and finding the right setup and not trying to force nothing. I don't want to force nothing today. There you go. The buying pressure coming in. Yeah. Dang, I wish it would have gave a VWAP touch. But this is looking, yeah, see. The trend is up and to the right. So even though we got that gap at the bottom, the thing could still keep pushing up. Ooh. I really want to buy this bad. And I need to be patient though. I'm trading off my Robinhood. I got a Robinhood account that I'm trading off of, and oh man, buyers are strong. Yeah, he's strong. Sheesh. Man, still got 2 minutes left in this candle. Yep, it's pushing. So that ATR target, that's as high as it can go today. And then we got that ADR right above it. Damn, it looked good. So see how I drew that bull flag? It's kind of buying up out of there. Yeah, a lot of buying pressure. And we get above 672. I mean, they can go higher. I mean, much higher. Because there's a gap that we still need to fill to the upside. So I'm trying to find a good pullback so I can enter calls, because I mean the buying pressure is there. But the reason why it's so hard, because we still got this gap at the bottom. But you know, the markets just love to bounce, man. They rarely that they'll really just give you like exactly what you want as far as like continuation, like perfect trading, meaning like it would have been perfect if they close the gap and then go higher to close the other gap. Now it's kind of like the market is stuck in a sense, not stuck, but like it can go close the gap to the upside and leave this gap at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but if you try to hop in the trade too fast, then it can pretty much like sell off out of nowhere, trap you on the bulls, getting you thinking it's going to, you know, close the gap to the upside. And it's really just setting you up to, it could be setting you up to like close the gap to the downside at some point, or at least test the top of the gap as far as that's the gap that's beneath us. So yeah, I'm gonna set an alert for this 669.76, the top of this position. So just close this at 3 candle, selling back off. This is where I have grown a lot, man, as a trader, not chasing. Because see, look, I could have bought calls, and I can tell you right now, I would be down easily, like with that pullback, probably 15 to 20%. At least 10 minimum, like 10%. So I could turn this ISO down. All right, that way I won't look so blown out on the camera. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm about to get this thing going, man. I'm about to force myself to learn this YouTube to get used to trading live on YouTube. You know, I know it can be much different trading like by yourself versus online, but I feel like I tend to trade better like talking it out. So talking out like what the market is actually doing right now, we're in a bullish sentiment, right? But what I want to see is a touch of the VWAP and see how it's going to react. And I want to see a touch of the non-EMA. But right here, this red line that I got on my screen, like if I got to be honest, like this line right here, like that's the 200 EMA, like on the 5 minutes. So I feel like when we come back to that, it's going to bounce hard. So I might try to scout once we come back inside this ORB. That's if we do, but it could bounce off the VWAP as well. You see what I'm saying? So it might not even touch the 9 right away. But you got to be careful, because if we fail that VWAP and it closed with like a big red candle, excuse me, if it closed with a big red candle, then it can reverse on you. So you got to kind of see how it's going to react between the VWAP, the bottom of the VWAP, and the top of the 9 EMA. So you want to see how it got a wick right now. You want to see that when it touched the VWAP and the 9 EMA to confirm if we're going to go back to the upside. But right now, this will be me straight chasing. I'm not going to lie. I'm okay with not jumping in the trade so fast. But I got another strategy. If I would have went live on time, I got another strategy that I could have been in on this play. I would have already been up, because on this 5-minute opening right here, I would have got in on a break of the high. So let me show you. I was just trying to go live, but this right here, I'll label it like orange. Yeah, see, we are bullish. Damn. Man. Oh, this thing is bullish. It is actually a bull flag, though. I could have took that, but it was selling off when we closed as a 3 candle. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. We got some bulls in here. They hardest to buy it up, but I'm still trying to be cautious. You know, I don't want to. This is not my style. I do not like chasing. I just can't do it. But this orange line, I don't want to lose my train of thought. This 668, when we closed above this and then we pulled back right here into the VWAP, I would have bought calls right here. This would have been perfect. And then, like I said, it rejected. I expected to pull it back to bull flag right back up to the upside. So yeah, this would have been perfect. I probably would have already been done. But it's my first time trying to go live, so it's all good. I would have been up pretty nice, actually. And I like to shoot for 30 or 40% minimum. And depending on how the market is, like if it's chopping too much, then I'll take 20%. But if I can hold for 40% plus, that's my goal every day. I feel like I can get 30% quite easily most times, especially within the first 90 minutes. If it's within the first 90 minutes of the market, if I still continue to trade after the first 90 minutes, if I decide to do that, I like to buy next day contracts. And then on Monday and Fridays, what I'm starting to do now is to buy next day contracts regardless, because the market will like have a lot of choppiness. And if you're getting a 0 DTE contract, then it can really like eat into your contracts like a lot. So for that reason, I like to buy next day contracts on Monday and Friday so I can get a market time to like actually work itself out. So just in case, I like to buy time. That way I don't have to worry about the grease or the theta eating into my contracts. And so when I'm up like really nice on my contracts, depending on how many I got, like I like to buy, I like to do the market order, like to get out of my contracts really fast, like to get in them fast and get out of them fast when I see a move about to play out in my direction, especially if we got a lot of strength. So I like to set my contracts into a lot of strength. You know what I mean? I try not to sell on red candles if I can help it, you know, but this is trading. We all know if you've been trading long enough, like this thing, it do what it want to do. The market does what it wants to do. Yeah, we pulling back. Okay. See, this is why we don't chase. As much as it feels like you just can't do it. Right now, what you want to look for is like can we touch the VWAP, right? So we got a 1 close on a 5 minute. If we break that one candle, that previous one candle, we're going to go a little bit lower. And then what I'm looking for is if we're going to buy up again off the VWAP with strength, I can look at calls. Then maybe I can go like quarter size position instead of full size position. But if it's starting to look like it's failing, then I need to wait to buy it, because really in the perfect world, if I can get it to buy up off the 9 with strength, I'll get in calls. I'll be confident to go a little higher. But if it starts to fail that, then I know it's going to try to come and test this gap close. So just being patient, man. Yeah, buyers are still stepping in. Man, I wish it would just go touch that VWAP, but the market don't care about how I feel. I'm trying to learn how to use Robinhood Legend right now so I can be able to like still do it on both screens. I don't know how that's gonna look. Let me go in. Look and see how we looking on YouTube. All right, we got 4 people watching. And people I text. Told them I was live. All right. Trying to be patient. This is what we call a gap and go. The market is gapping and going with strength. And the market is buying up. We would have already been in this trade. This would have been crazy. My first trade would have been crazy green right now. It is bullish. I mean, you got to ask yourself when you're looking at the market, like, what is the market doing, right? So you want to definitely be able to understand what's going on. I've been trading options now for 5 years, and one thing I've learned, man, you gotta really be understanding like what's happening in real time, or you will lose money for sure. Oh man, yeah, they buying. I'm not trying to get FOMO. They are pushing. They are buying. I think at this point now, I want to try to see if I can catch me a reversal back to the downside. And it look like I'm gonna have to wait a long time for that. I really don't want to be honest with you. Man, I wish they would have came back and tell VWAP. And they technically did. They were like hovering a VWAP for the first 15 minutes of the market. But I need that 9 EMA touch. At this point, that's what I'm waiting on. So if we get a fail to up, meaning like a bearish top and tail candle on the 5 minute, then I know it's gonna try to come back and test that 9 EMA, which is that green line that I got. Let me delete this orange line, but yeah, this would have been a great options trade to the upside for calls. Man, that's tough. We already hit the price target on the hour, the 1 hour. I'm gonna delete that. Yep. Yeah, they bull flagged up out of there. Now I gotta wait. Hey, if you in on calls already, kudos, man. You would have been up nice right now. But one thing I am noticing is that VWAP is starting to curve over, even though we buying up right now. The VWAP is definitely starting to curve over. They are going crazy right now. Goodness. we have, I think, 4 days in a row, or 3 days, 4 or 3 days in a row of selling off, and this thing is bouncing. And this is going to be a tough week too, as well, because we got FOMC, and you want to definitely be careful with that. And we got that, I think, on Wednesday, so the market can be really choppy leading up to. Yeah, but let me go over this since I pretty much missed out on this trade on this call. That 5-minute RB, that breakout. The reason why I would have bought it, I'm gonna put this at orange line. Let me go and put the text on it too. Let me see, 5-minute ORB, and my little MacBook is already running hot. I usually trade off my PC, and this MacBook is a little bit older. It's hot too right now. But this is the top of that 5-minute ORB. It's the first 5-minute counter. This is another strategy that I like to play. So I'm gonna show you why it would have worked. So, selling off. We're gonna see how that play out. But anyways, so let me I'm gonna turn this 15-minute ORB. I'm gonna make this orange just so it can. I don't want your eyes to get confused. Yeah, this is if this closed red, if this closed red on here on a 5-minute, this will be a fill to up, which is going to be a retracement back to the downside. But let me go over the reason why this would have been a call for me. So what you want to look at is like a close outside of this this orange line, this top of this orange line. Think of it like as your ceiling. So this green candle, that second green candle actually closed above it. And so what you want to see is a pull back into it. And it came back into that VWAP. And then once you saw that wick right here coming out of there, breaking above this previous high candle right here, you could have had your order loaded up for calls for the breakout of this up move. So when it broke out, you would have been up at least like 20, 30% easily with that move. And all it did was pull back and go higher. That's all it did. And you could have used the VWAP as your reference to, as what you want to see as a wick off of the VWAP. So that's why it would have been a good call. So that's like the first 5-minute breakout. That's how you can be done trading like really, really fast. You know what I mean? You don't have to be in the market all day, especially if you're only looking for like 20%. You know what I'm saying? If you go heavy enough, there can be some good money, So especially if you're trading SPY, because you can, take your first profit at 30%, and the rest you can take your second TP 50%, 70%, 30%, so on and so forth, and then leave runners. Well, if I got to be honest though, I still believe the market as of right now, we're overall bullish. You know what I mean? So we just got to see if we can get a pullback right now, at least to the 9 EMA. That's what I would really like to see, because right now, this is how I know we'll be super, super bullish. Once the 9 crossed above the VWAP, once it crosses up past the VWAP, the market is going to be very, very bullish from that point on. If we close, we got to close above it, right? So that's what we got to do. So, okay, we got to fill 2 up confirmation. So the break of this low of this last 5-minute candle, the break of this right here, if we break this low, I'm gonna mark it red. Then we're gonna come down. But if we don't break that, then it's still gonna be in a bullish sentiment. But we need a break of this to actually pull back into here. So let's see what happens. But yeah, this first 5 minutes would have been, because as soon as this candle came out of here like this and broke above this the high right here on this 5-minute, You would have got calls. You would have been green real fast. Especially after this 5-minute candle closed, you would have been good. You would have been real good. So that second 5-minute candle with that closure, like I said, you would have been straight, especially that third one. Coming off of that VWAP would have been a nice play. But hopefully y'all understood that, you know what I mean? So let me delete some of this stuff. I'm gonna delete this 5-minute RB. That's a 5-minute strategy. Right now, we're above the 15-minute RB, which is still bullish. The hardest part, man, when you miss out on the trade, is waiting for your next setup. You don't want to force your way into the market. You can, but then you taking a risk because then you leaving yourself, you hoping. See, sellers are trying to step in. You got to understand, like right now, if you look at the first part of this move so far in the day, what we 45 minutes into the market, 47 minutes into the market, we got wicks at the bottom indicating that buyers are strong. And I mean, they just kept doing it. But now we're starting to get wicks at the top. And this is a long wick. So this candle right here, like if I turn this indicator off, let me see how to look. I'm using the Strat Assistant. See how that we finally got a red top and tail. So now we got bears trying to step in and sell it off. But I'm gonna turn this back on. So now we just broke the bottom of that. But now can we push down? Question is, can we push down off inside the VWAP and the 9 EMA? And we need to see the reaction of this. That's what we need to. That's what we need to see, because if it pulls back off into the 9 EMA and the VWAP, and then it starts to have buying pressure, meaning wicks at the bottom of the candle, then you can start to look for calls. But if it starts to fill it, then you know that it was going to try to reverse a lot harder down off into like the test of the gap. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm pretty mad that I'm not already in on calls, because we are bullish. It's really hard not to chase this move. Okay, see now if we close green, see here's the problem. If we close green right here, this is gonna be a fill to down, indicating that the market is still bullish and they're gonna go back up. So let me turn back on my Strat Assistant. Yeah, see how this can the inside of it is red, but if you look at the outline of it is green, indicating that it's now a fill to down if confirmed. So we got a fill to up, signaling that we need to sell off. But this candle that we in right now went lower than the last candle, but buyers stepped in strong. And they are, man, this market is crazy. This is a real gap and go. Like, meaning this thing have not pulled back yet. This thing is strong. Pull up my DIY indicator. But the thing is, you got to wait for this candle to close for it to confirm. That's the reason why I love the Strat so much, because with the Strat, you got to wait for confirmation. You can't prematurely try to jump in these plays. See, look, now sellers are trying to step back in. So we got 7 seconds left in this candle. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Now we're starting to flip bearish. Okay. See how this closed? Boom. Okay. So it's still bearish temporarily with that close. If that would have closed with a green candle, like a green candle going to the upside, it would have been a fill to up. So now we got sellers trying to step in, but the buyers, this is a fight going on right now. But again, patience, because we missed the first setup. The first setup, we would have already been done for the most part. We'd have already got our money. But I'm gonna be better prepared next time. I'm gonna start going live more often, especially on Monday. But now we need to see a break of this candle, like this fill to down that we got. We need to see market like sell off underneath this candle, because now we got an inside candle. We kind of stuck, because technically it's a 2 down. So if we break above this last 5-minute candle, if we break above that high, then we still technically are bullish. Yeah, if we break above this candle, the high of this candle right here, then it's gonna probably run. Yeah, but then it's looking like it, because we still got a lot of time left in this candle. Over 3 minutes. Yep. Too much bar. Yep. So this is extremely bullish. It's kind of pissing me off, because we really not getting no good pullback. Because one thing I'm not about to do is chase. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. As much as it hurt for me to watch this move keep going up, I just can't chase. So I'm waiting patiently. And we just technically still have not came above this fill to up candle, this high right here. We haven't broke it. But if they break the high of this candle right here, which is at let's see, what is that at? 671.49. Then yeah, it's gonna be a new high today. That means it took out all of those sellers, and it's still buying up if it does that. Right now, technically, it's trying to establish some type of pullback, but it's very difficult. And I need to figure out how to get these dang comments up, because I really want to know what people are saying in the future. I just haven't figured it out yet, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me see. See if y'all can reply to that on in the chat. And I hope I'm doing good, man, at explaining this, because really all this stuff come down to is just really understanding what the market is doing. You know, especially like if you knew, and if you'd have just bought calls out the gate, you would be thinking you're good. You know what I mean? The market will give you sometimes a false sensation of that you're good. If you catch a trade and you're right, and you kind of just hoping, because this thing could easily pull back out of nowhere. Like, you definitely want to practice not chasing. At least for me, that's what I look for. I just try not to chase. If I miss the first setup, it's like, all right, bet, let me just wait. See, y'all see how we got these wicks at the top of these candles trying to step up? This is what you want to be careful for. Because if I would have gotten calls, I would have been up temporarily on that position so far. But now sellers are trying to step in because I can get trapped. Like I said, we want to wait for a pullback to the 9 EMA and the VWAP to stay confident in the market. If the market loses the VWAP and the 9 EMA, then, with confirmation with candle closes, the market will try to reverse. But if it's, like I said, if it starts to buy up off of that VWAP and the 9 EMA with strength, with wicks at the bottom of it, then you can get in for calls. Yeah, Derek, like the reason why you can't respond in the comments right now is because I just haven't figured out how to enable it like to where y'all can, because this is the first one. So I'm gonna do some more research when I get done streaming live and figure out how to let y'all be able to comment, because I don't know what's going on with that, to be honest with you. It's pretty tough to see. My bad, y'all, because I really want to be able to see if the comments is pulling up. Let me see. I'm trying to look one more time. Oh, there you go. Okay, I can see it, but I don't know if it's just set on privacy. So it said, appreciate you, bro, explaining this. Explain this. Okay. I do see a comment. Okay. So, okay. All right. We trying to get somewhere. All right. So we got to close. It's a green candle, but it's a wick at the top telling me the sellers are trying. But as you can see, it's in a weird spot. You know what I mean? The market's still trying to buy up. So buyers are very present, man. This is, and they look, and they could squeeze to the upside, but for me, I can't chase this, y'all. Like I really can't. I just can't do it. That's rookie stuff. And we super close, like to the ATR on the SPY. So like, the highest that we can go for real is 660, 671.85. That's where I got this blue line, this ATR. So that's as high as we can go for the day. And we can go past that to this up ADR as well. But this green line that I got right here, that's like Friday's highs. So if we trigger that and hold that, we can run and start to close some of that gap. So the market can do a lot of things, but in the perfect world, we can get a pullback and then get in calls, go back to the upside to finish out the move. But right now, this thing is not doing it. So just trying to wait it out, trying to be patient. Trying to be patient. I can already tell y'all right now, this is gonna be fun. They got some little music available on here. I don't know if I want to play the music because I don't know what the volume is. I don't want to do too much on this first stream. Like maybe have some low music. No, I don't know. We'll see. It depends on what it is. Like maybe like some lofty music to where like it's like calm, like no words, but like instrumentals. I can deal with that, but full songs, I don't even want to deal with that shit. But maybe just to like have some noise in the background. But I got this stream deck too, so you can add like little sounds and stuff. Like I'm still trying to get that set up. I still got some more stuff I need to get used to, but I'm digging this though. I'm digging it. Let me go back to Savar. Try to respond again in the chat if you can. Yeah, we are going to see if this pulls back and look like it wants to come back. Just come back into this non-EMA and this VWAP. The VWAP is the blue one, and then the non-EMA is the green one. So I'm looking forward to see how it's going to react to this area. Oh, okay, bet. For sure. I got you, Savar. I see your message, bro. All right, we pulling back. Yes, sir. Come on. What we gonna do, SPY? What you gonna do? Okay. So what's happening right now? This thing is looking real bullish. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I'm saying this is because the 9 is starting to cross through the upside. It's starting to cross through the VWAP. It's like going up, right? So we waiting for market structure. So now, okay, it's pulling back. So, all right, very important. I'm gonna show y'all what can happen. I'm gonna show you what can happen. This can happen right here. It can buy up off this VWAP in this 9. It's probably gonna try to come through it a little bit, but as soon as I see a wick coming up out of here, it might try to go back up to the upside like this. Okay, now we got that touch finally. Now we need to see if buyers start to come back up out of there like this and then go higher. But now we need to see if it's going to fail down to the upside. And let's see how much of a pullback we get. Because now I'm looking for calls. Yep, see that wick starting to come in. we need to wait to see how this reacts. So if this gives like a fail to down, okay, now we back inside the ORB. So let's wait and see how this react. Because if it loses this 9 in the VWAP, then it's going to come back and, down a little further. But if it start to wick off of this really hard to the upside, then it's probably going to go higher. Yeah, see this? See how it's trying to wick. Yeah, buyers are trying to fight to stay above it. I might go 670 calls. If it close green, especially like if it's a hammer, I'm getting in on calls. I'm not gonna lie. I got to take my shot on that. And then my stop loss would be, probably up underneath this red candle. I mean, if it's a green candle, my stop loss would be underneath that. But I'm hoping if this can turn into like a green hammer, I would get in on 670 calls. Yeah, I need buyers to step up because I want to be bullish right now. But if it loses this, I need to wait and see, because this thing can sell out hard and like fake you out nasty, and you don't want to get caught in that. You know what I mean? Because we still got this gap down here. Sheesh. Now I don't think it's gonna close the full gap, because we got this AMR right here. Just let's say if we lose the VWAP in the 9, and we still got the 200 EMA that is probably gonna bounce off of, and the 20 EMA. So this thicker red line is my 20 EMA, and the skinnier red line is my 200 EMA on the 5-minute. So more than likely, I could see a bounce coming off from that, going higher. But if this thing closes with like a green hammer, then we're gonna go higher. But this is where you gotta wait. You can't try to take a trade right here, because now sellers are trying to like really sell this market off right now so far. But we got 2 minutes left in this candle. This is where I've grown a lot as a trader over the years, just understanding, like, not trying to do things prematurely too fast. I'm waiting for the actual candle to close. But let me draw the top of this line right here to see, like, if we to play that first 5-minute strategy, the ORB on this first 5-minute, let me make it orange right here. See, now it's coming back into that. Yeah, see. And to be honest with you, like, I could have played puts, but then if I did that, I'll be risking this being bought up off the 9 and the 9 EMA and the VWAP, and then you could lose that trade easily, because you're taking a gamble. You're kind of hoping at that point. So to me, that would be a bad trade, because it's so early in the day, and you don't want to get caught trying to buy puts when the market can buy back up on you, because it's still in the bullish sentiment. Like, it's in a gap and go. But right now, sellers are strong. With this candle close underneath the 9 in the VWAP, then that lets me know we're going to try to come back to the bottom of the 15-minute ORB in this first 5-minute candle. Yeah. So this first 5-minute candle, look at this. The sellers are trying their hardest to push it down off in there. So if we get 2 candles to close up underneath this, then we need to be very, very cautious to see if it's going to close the gap to the downside, or at least try to close a quarter of the gap or half of the gap. Yeah, see, that seller stepping in. Now, I want y'all to think about this. If we'd have got in on calls chasing this up here at the top, I'm telling you, we'd be down like 40% right now. 30, 40% probably. At least 20. Okay, so we got to close underneath the 9 EMA and the VWAP. We didn't hold it, y'all. We didn't hold it. So now what I'm thinking is that the market can still continue down to test this gap, which I wish we'd have did that to start the day, but we ran so hot to start the day on the bull side. I didn't want to chase, because my favorite is I like to play gap closes, but we are in a weird area, because now we double gapped. Like, the market is in a space to where we got gaps above us that haven't been closed and gaps below us that haven't been closed. But what I would prefer is the market to actually close this entire gap to the downside now, because the sentiment is starting to change, because we've officially closed underneath the VWAP with one red candle. Now, if this candle closes red too, then that lets me know that the sellers are stepping in, the bears are stepping in harder. So now what it's doing is doing a break and retest. But now we need to see if it's going to reclaim this VWAP. Meaning, if it gets back above and hold above the VWAP with a green candle, then we're going to go higher. But if we reject, like we broke this candle, let me get this drawn too. So we broke it, and now we're breaking and we're retesting. If it wicks off, if it has a wick at the top, selling back off, then sellers are taking over. Sellers are officially taking over. So I'm not in no position yet. I need to see how this candle is going to react. This is a really crucial candle right here. So yeah, so right now, sellers are trying to sell it. Yeah, this is a break and retest of the VWAP, which is my blue line. So it broke it, right? Came back and retested. Now it's trying to sell off, continuing down, because it can do something like this. And it come down off inside the gap. That's what it can do. So you could play puts, but we got to see how this candle close, because a gap close to the downside would be nice, but you got to be careful because the market started so bullish. But I just want y'all to understand what's happening, especially because right now it's an inside candle. This is a one candle, like meaning this candle still hasn't broke the low of the last 5-minute candle, but sellers just trying to break it. So if we break below that, we can go a little bit lower. But then the problem is this: even though we can come back and close this gap, now we got the 200 EMA and the 20 EMA as another support. So if it can buy up off this too. But if it loses the 200 and the 20, the market is definitely in trouble, and it's going to try to close this gap. And it could trap a lot of the bulls going back to the upside. Yeah, sellers are present. We still got 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this candle. Man, I might look at some puts. If this candle closes red, I will consider it, but with high caution, maybe something light, because it can bounce right here too. Because again, yep, it officially broke the low of the last 5-minute candle. So sellers are in. Sellers are in. Okay, I need to see how this reacts. Okay. So we failed to create a bull flag going back to the upside. So I'm gonna delete that. And now I'm starting to look over to a possibility on puts. So we got the sellers with the wick at the top. We need to see how this candle closes. So we're not gonna make a decision yet. But I might try to go something like I'm gonna look at 668 puts, depending on how we close. Especially if we break below this ORB, this thing could come down and close it. But then let's say if you do get in on puts, then you got to be super patient, because bounces will happen. So like, what people got to understand, when you're playing options, your position can be up and down, you know what I mean, a lot. Meaning you can be positive, you can be negative, but you got to believe in the overall structure of the market. You got to literally talk to yourself and trust in what you see and believe. Okay, now we close right. There's 2 closes under the VWAP and the 9. So now I'm leaning more towards the bear side. Now, what I want to look for right here to see if we can create a bear flag. So let me create a bear flag. So let me delete this orange line, because now we back off inside that first 5-minute candle. Because if we lose that first 5-minute candle, I'm telling you, we're gonna close that gap, or at least try to attempt to close it. But I need to see if this 200 and this 20 gonna hold this up. It's such in a weird spot, man. I hope y'all understand why I'm saying this, because this can easily still buy up. Even though it's bearish, but it's still in a bullish sentiment, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So now I'm trying to see it test this. If it fails this, then I need to look for puts like a scalp. Let me see how much the next day costs because I don't trust it. All right, just got a touch of the 200. Let's see if it's going to sell through it or buy up off of it. Man, this is tricky because I want to get in on puts, but I know this can bounce at the same time. And notice too, the 9 is back up under VWAP. So that's why I'm leaning more towards the bear side. But we got to see how this candle close right here because this is a fail 2 down. It's going to pop back up. And you can look for calls, especially if we get back above the RB, this market's going to fly. But I really would like to see the market test this gap. Like I really would like to see it. And maybe it was meant for me to miss the first trade because it's forcing me to talk live and explain what's happening in the market. So I can already tell the more I do this, I'm going to be explaining what's going on. Like I'll get better over time. So I don't really want to put no expectations on myself as far as performance, but I do want to have a great understanding of the market and how I'm explaining it. So waiting. Yep, sellers are trying to push it back down. Looking bearish. I might try to buy 2 puts. What I might do is buy 2 puts for next day and see if we close some of this gap because I don't want to do same day now because we're getting too close to the first 90 minutes of the market being gone. So it's 9:42 Central Time, and I don't want to buy same day because this thing could bounce up on me. So if it bounces on me, I still want to have time on my other contracts. Oh, man. Oh, I want to buy puts so bad. I'm waiting for this candle to close. The reason why I'm waiting is because, like I said, now we got to lose the 20 EMA and the 200. So if we lose that, then I'll try to play for a gap close. But the problem is now we've been selling off for the last 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. Because once we got that fail 2 up on this candle right here, we never went higher than that. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 35 minutes. 35 minutes so far that the market's been selling off. So it could bounce and then try to sell back off. But right now, let me see if I can draw this out. Because it can do something like this. It could be a bear flag back to the downside. Like it could bounce, fake you out, and then come back and start to close this gap. Or it can just go straight there. Well, 40 seconds left in this. So it can do something like this. Break. And then come back and trap the bulls nasty. So that's why I would want to buy time. Because right now the bears are in and they want to come and fill some of this gap, at least test some of the gap. So the way I like to think about it with gaps, I like to see a test of the gap. And then if it starts to really break inside of it, I like to see a quarter fill, half fill, and full gap close. And then if you go full gap close and then past that, then that means the market is extremely bearish. See, look at that. Bars are starting to step in. It's bouncing currently off the 9 and the 200 EMA on the 5-minute. Because what we can see is it buy up and then so reject again off the 9 EMA and then come back and close below the 20 EMA and the 200 EMA. Like it's right there next to each other. So if we lose this area, then I'll be confident to get in on puts. But now I'm being careful of a bounce right here because it's easy to just try to prematurely take that. But yeah, I want to kind of wait because I really want to see the market get up underneath the 20 EMA, that this thicker EMA line right here. I want to see it get underneath that for me to be confident with puts, like an actual candle close. But man, I might not have to wait on the close on this. But if it gets underneath it, I'll be confident to go close some of that gap. I don't want to be too scared of the market. I can put some money in the market and risk it a little bit. Might be risk like $600, $650. I really want to play with like 2,000 right now, but I'm gonna wait. Cause see right here on my DYI indicator, it's half of it saying go short and half of it saying go long. See, buyers are trying to step in. This is what you got to be careful with. Because back in the day, when I was a younger trader, if I seen all that red, I would just automatically jump in puts. The thing with that, it's like 50-50. 50% of the time you can be right, 50% of the time you can be wrong because it can bounce. I want to say this too. The market is nothing but a bunch of bull and bear flags. That's all it is. If you learn how to read a bull flag and a bear flag, you want half the battle, in my opinion. Because what I want to see is now if we're going to lose this, like I said, lose this EMA, which is the 220, or if we're going to bounce off of it and then reject the non-EMA coming back down, creating a bear flag, then I'll get confident then. So I'm waiting to see how this is going to work out. Sellers are stepping in. Okay, I might try to take a shot here. I'm going to start getting my options chain loaded up. I'm going to do market order. I got 2 contracts loaded. 668 contracts is right now. It's going to cost me $700. I think I'm going next day though. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going on the 17th. But I'm not in yet. Let me see. I might do 2 of them. See if I can catch me a little scalp. Now, if this close underneath this 220, I got to take a shot. Even though I know it still can bounce on me out of nowhere, but I still got to take a shot. Right now, them 2 contracts, I got 667 loaded for puts on next day. I haven't bought none yet. It's like 305 a contract. I want to give myself time because this market can easily be choppy. So we got to wait for this candle to close. Because if it's a fail to down, then it's going to bounce. So I'm not going to buy puts. If it's, see this how it's green on the outside. If you look at the outline of it, it's green. So if it closes green with a fail to down, then I'm not going to buy puts. I'm going to wait. But if this closes with a lot of pressure, like a big red candle, then I'm going to buy puts to try to play for this gap fill. Because technically we still haven't went below the first 5-minute candle. If it does that, then I'm kind of thinking it's going to go close some of this gap, and then I can be comfortable in my puts. So we got 30 seconds left. But I got market order set because it'll get me right in the trade because it can start to take off. It can start to sell off really fast. But this is a critical area. But right now, I'm leaning more towards bearish because the 9 is under the VWAP. And we're losing the 20 and the 200. So I'm leaning more towards that. And I know it can pop. I know it still can pop, but I got time on it. So I'm not buying same day. You know what I mean? So it's not a lot of money to where it scare me out of my position. Okay, we close underneath it. I'm going for it. I got puts. I'm in because it closed underneath that. I got 667 puts. I'm go for it, man. It cost me $315 a contract. My average cost, I'm up 1.90%, 2.86%. Now we finally got that test. The only thing I don't like right here is that we can bounce, but we can also flush too, because this is actually the first test of the ORB to the downside. But I got next day. I got 317, 667 puts. I'm up 4% right now. Sorry, this green EMA is my 50. That's my 50 moving average. So I might try to just scalp to this area with the first contract and sell a portion of that. Hopefully that'll put me up like 20, 30%. And then I could try to hold the rest of it to close some more of this gap. There we go. I'm up 5%. So I don't know if y'all can see this. Can y'all see this real quick? There we go. And let y'all know on my phone. I'm trading on my phone. I don't know if, let me know if you can see that, Shavar. I'm up 1.59%. See, buyers is trying to step in, but the sellers are present, so I'm just trying to stay confident. Let me try to do this one more time. All right, they be doing on YouTube. Yeah. See, they trying to buy it up. See, this is what I'm annoyed by. See, I'm already down 8%, 8.57%. But I already knew that the first test of it, it's possible that it could bounce. Now, how hard? We got to see. That's the first test of the gap. So it can go to the upside. So, you know, I'm still willing to buy calls too. That candle just turned into a third. That's crazy. But hopefully the sellers can step in, trying to stay calm through this trade because I'm already down 12%. So, but again, I got next day. But that area, the reason why it's bouncing is because it's the first test. And it's a chance you take, you know what I'm saying? So it can still build out this bear flag to come back down and confirm. But the structure is there. So I'm going to trust in my play and try to see this through and see if it can come back down. But I don't like this candle because it's a lot of buying pressure. A lot of buying pressure. But hopefully this 9 EMA can reject. Now, if we reclaim the 9 EMA and the VWAP, then I got to flip my buys back to the bull side. You know what I mean? So I don't have too much pride. You know what I mean? I don't have too much pride. I will get in on calls too as well if I need to. And I'll stop out on the puts if depending on how the candles close. Right now I'm down 15%. But again, this is trading. This is why you got to kind of wait to see what happens in this market. And in the perfect world, I would have closed below that ORB. The 15-minute ORB, I should have waited for it closed. But like I said, we've been selling off now for about 40 minutes. And so the market is bound to bounce. But the market could do a lot of different things, y'all. Man, you do this stuff long enough, you kind of see the same things over and over and over. Because it could have just started selling off even harder, right? But the market can bounce. You got to know, what's possible. But I got up over 5% on that trade, and then it just bounced that fast. One candle. I went from being up 5% to down 15% that quick. So right now, I'm just hoping that the market doesn't reclaim the 9 EMA or the VWAP. As long as it don't do that, I can stay confident. But see, I was trying to see if it was trying to do this a while ago, bounce off the 20 EMA and the 200. That's what I was trying to look for. But then it did it one candle later, so I probably could have waited another 5 minutes. But then again, who's perfect in this? Yeah, them bars are strong. I don't like that shit at all. Yeah, now we're starting to get back above the 9. Okay, we got to close above. Now see if it holds this 9 EMA or if it fails it. If it get back up under the 9, I think I'm still straight. But if it start to be too green, I gotta cut the cord. Yeah, see, buyers are trying to buy it up. So we want to be careful. We want to be real careful. And you want to have good risk management, you know what I mean? Depending on, like, some days I'm feeling like 30%. When I'm feeling like really confident in my play, I have a 50% risk management, but I don't recommend that to beginners. I recommend just a 20% stop loss. and then just, taking your L's and then looking for another entry. But on next days, I'm a little bit more lenient with my stop loss and my percentages. So like I said, I put like 600 on the line, and it's not enough for me to be too scared of my position because I got next day. So we just got above that 3, which is not good. We got to create a 2 up. See, this is where it's tough because now we back inside the RB, and the market could decide to buy up out of here and keep going, or it can go sideways, or it can reject to come back down to close this gap. Because the market, it likes to do like cool offs. You know what I mean? It was selling off. Now it's cooling off with this buy up. Because if I wouldn't have entered yet, what I would look for now is a rejection off of this 9 EMA and this VWAP, or see if it's going to reclaim. I'll probably smidge it too fast, but I'm not too mad at it. It's cool. But I do want to see some settlers step in because I'm already in this damn play. Trying to see it through, see if it's an actual, can we create an actual bear flag? I need sellers to step up ASAP. Come on, sellers, where you at? Show me you real. Come close this gap for me. Step up, sellers. Yeah, the market lately too been doing a bunch of fake outs, man. I've had to be in some brutal trades. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been down on like 40% on the trade and had to wait for it to come back. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about brutal trades. And buyers are stepping in. I do not like that. I don't like that. Let me delete this. Delete this red line. Now we're back into the VWAP. We're not above VWAP, but we are above the 9, which I don't like. I just need to see this turn into a fail 2 up to be confident. Need this to be a fail 2 up. Need this to reject off the VWAP, going back down to stay confident in the puts because I'm down 20% that fast. So if you give me a fail 2 up, I would really like that. I need sellers to step in ASAP, like as soon as possible. And it's bouncing like this too really hard because it's the first test of the gap. In a perfect world, like we would have been in puts earlier, but you risking it bouncing off those EMAs a lot earlier. It just fell through it. So I got to stay confident right now in the bear side unless we reclaim above. Then if we reclaim, then I'm going with the bulls and I have to stop out. Right now it's trying to reclaim VWAP. If we get back above RB, I might have to cut this trade because I'm already down 27%. And I will get back in on bull side if I need to. Yeah, this closes. They closed above it. All right, so right now we above the VWAP. But I'm trying to just wait it out. I don't want to jump in calls too fast and then it reject on me. That was a strong close. I don't like that. I don't like that shit at all. That was a nasty ass run too because it went straight back to the top of that RB. Right now, We're above the VWAP, buying back up. And I don't like it because I'm gonna have to might get in on calls. Yep. Yep. Look like I'm about to cut my contracts. Yep. Just waiting for this counter to close, but I still got a lot of time left. Got 3 minutes. Hopefully it reject and fill this VWAP. I'm trying to stay confident. I'm still in my puts. I just need sellers to step in. And we got this gap fill right here on the 5 minute. Now I should have. Yeah, I know. I seen this shit. I'm gonna stay confident, man. I'm gonna stay confident. But this is a 5 minute gap that we in that is trying to fill. But the problem is, yeah. That's a 5 minute gap close. Like this is a 5 minute gap right here. Okay, we got sellers trying to step up. Angle that a little better. Because what I'm looking for is for this to come back down. We can come back down, lose the VWAP and the 9 and come back down. That would make me very, very happy. I need this candle to close red like ASAP and with force. I'm down 22%. So we came off into this gap. Why does this mouse keep doing it? I'm gonna have to order another mouse because it seems like it's hard to move my stuff around. Okay, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see wicks at the bottom. That means bars are trying to step up. We don't want to see that. We do not want to see that shit. Trying to stay confident, man. Lose this VWAP. But I'm gonna be honest, that bounce, that was a hard ass bounce. So I might have to flip sentiment and go with the bulls and just take a little paper cut loss on this first play. But if we can close with a strong red candle, that would be clutch, because then my analysis will still reign true to me. You know, if this is a fill 2 up, I can stay confident in the bears. Because as long as the 9 is under the VWAP, I can be more confident in the bear side. But you don't want to see a strong reclaim, because if this candle closes super green, then I'm probably more than likely going to have to cut the trade, because then the bulls are going to take back over and go crazy from there. But this is where you got to really grow as a trader. Like when you get in a position, you down, you still got to believe in the overall structure, if that makes sense. You got to stay true to what you're seeing. Let me see. Yeah, see, that's what I want to see. I want to see sellers step in. Step in, sellers, with aggression. Yeah, that's what we want to see right there. I'm down 16%. Yeah, so we just need this to close. We got 25 seconds left. We need this to close red, like ASAP. So, this is what you got to go through sometime with trading. You got to be, on your toes. You got to be able to talk to yourself on what the trade is actually doing. Oh yeah, we got that close red. Okay, so we got to fill 2 up. That's good. That's good. So now if we can break that, keep coming back down. Yes, sir. Keep coming back down. Yes, sir. Sell off. Come back down, close this gap. At least get us to where, we can come back and get back up underneath these EMAs. That would be lovely if we can do that. If we can lose, I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling y'all something right now. If we can lose this 200 EMA and this 20 EMA on a 5 minute, we're gonna go test that gap again. And, at least possibly close most of it, but we'll see. We will see. So right now we back up underneath the 9 EMA, which is good. That's good. But we need this to close under the 9 to stay confident in the bears. See how it's wicking up off of that? We don't need that. We don't need to see that. We need to see a lot of red right now because my bear flag is kind of starting to play out. The narrative is still there, y'all. Again, I've been trading options now for 5 years, but this is my first time going live showing y'all on how I'm thinking real time what the market is actually doing. You feel me? Oh yeah, come on. Yeah. I need that close real bad. I'm down 13%. Your position, this is what it come with. It can fluctuate, it can do a lot of things. So right now, we just need to keep this thing red. Come on, market, fill this gap. Again, like I said, we got gaps to the upside too. The market can do whatever it wants. You can't be too biased to the point to where you can't build an analysis for both sides on what could happen. You know what I mean? I chose to get in on puts, even though like we've been bullish all morning. The sentiment was starting to flip back bearish, and then we got a hard bounce at the bottom of that. At the top of that gap, which caused the market to bounce up harder than what I liked. So, and this would have been a good entry too. Like if I would have waited a lot longer and waited for that fill to up, I could have entered puts right here because we're losing a 9 right now. So I could have got a better cost basis basically if I would waited a lot longer. But right now we're looking decent. We're looking decent. I just need this to actually play out so I can, make a little change, you know what I'm saying, make some money. But I didn't want to go heavy too, especially like on my first live trade. I didn't want to at first I was thinking like go like 2 bands on my first trade. But like I said, I missed that first part of that morning. So I'm like, this is size down. Let's buy next day contracts. So that way I don't have to worry about it, like my theta getting ate into too bad, not the Greeks and all of that. So, but right now I need this to keep selling off with pressure. I need a red candle close. Still got a lot of time left, so I don't want to get too excited. You want to stay level-headed while you're in this trade. Yes, sir. We got 3 people watching. Yeah. Again, these are all my people. I'm going to have to get used to this mouse because I don't like it. I have to buy a more simple old school mouse. Come on. Come on, seller, step up, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So right now, it's wicks at the bottom of this candle. Buyers are trying to step up right now, currently, which is not good for my puts. But if this can close red, we'll be in good shape. We'll be in good shape, but we got to wait. We got to wait. But I don't like how this candle right now is looking. I need this to sell off harder. I need to stay true to what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh. SFL2 down. So right now bulls are trying to step in, and that's not looking good. I don't like this. Don't like that close. Well, it ain't closed yet, but let's see. If this closes with a FL2 down, then it's a high probability you can go back to the upside. And it just did. Okay. So the problem is this. We're above the 9 EMA, but if we can invalidate this FL2 down, meaning get below this last 5-minute candle, that would help us a lot. But right now, buyers are trying to step in. So that wasn't good on that close. That was not good. So, but sellers are trying to step up. It's trying to step up, but we need to break below this to invalidate it. We need to break below this 5-minute candle right here. Right there. I'll make it red. So we can break below this, then that's really good, because that means the sellers are stepping in. Just for some news, NVIDIA, GTC, Willmark, and AI chips pivot. Here's why the CPU is taking center stage. All right, so look, so sellers are trying to step up. It's trying to step up, which is good. We back up underneath the 9 EMA. So that's good. So now we just need to break below this last 5-minute candle, which is that red line, what I got right here. So we can break below this. We in business. We are in business. But the most important thing right now is that the 9 is under the VWAP, which is have me more on the bear side. But we just need to make sure that it doesn't reclaim those areas and try to go back to the upside and remain bullish. So right now, the game plan for me is to try to go and test the gap, a gap fill. So I'm trying to stay true to the bear side. So those bounces could be scary for a new person. You know what I mean? So once you've been trading long enough, you'll build your tolerance. You can kind of understand what's going on. So that's why I drew this little flag, because this bear flagging. Like, this is what I call a bear flag. So let me show you. So you got the pole, got your flag, and then you need another pole to come down like that. That's what we need to see. This is what we need to see. This is what I'm hoping that is going to happen. So I need the sellers to step up ASAP. ASAP. Because that fell too down that's a bullish indicator. But also the candle before that, we had a fell two up, which was a bearish indicator right here on this candle right here, this 11 a.m. candle Eastern Standard Time. And then we followed up with a hammer, which is a bullish sentiment, because you got the wicks at the bottom. There's buyers trying to step up and go higher. But what I want to see is an invalidation and a break below this last green candle, this hammer candle, to help me stay bearish. And if we don't, then the bears, we're in trouble if we don't do that. But I'm looking for a break below that. That's what I'm looking for, to stay confident. Right now, buyers are still trying to fight to stay higher, which is not good, y'all. Not good. But this is really like a critical area. Like, it's kind of crazy. This is like on Mondays, again, this is why the market can be so choppy. Like Mondays and Fridays, and I'm telling y'all, man, we still in the RB, and it's 10:13. We almost 2 hours into the market, and we still inside the RB, which is not good. These buyers are stepping in. Yep. Okay, so the bears just lost so far. With this candle close, I might need to cut the trade and go with the bulls. Yep. If we get back above VWAP, I'm gonna cut this trade. If we close above it, I'm still in the trade. Let's see. Trying to stay confident. We still, that's a crazy area. The bulls fighting above this lets me know that they trying to take back over. So the bears it might not happen today, y'all. Might not get the gap fill today. I might try to go back to the upside and create another new high day. Oh man, this thing. They trying to take me through the ringer. Oh God. Oh man. Okay. They close below the VWAP. Stay below the VWAP for me. Just do that. Oh my gosh. Some buyers are trying their hardest. Come on, sellers. We was looking good at first, and then they bought up. This is why you gotta wait for like these candles to close and confirmation. We're back above the 9 EMA right now, which is not good. And looking like the market's trying to reclaim above. Let me see what contracts are looking like on the call side, just in case. Oh, no. Let's see how long. Come on, sellers. Can you step up for me right here? Hold on. We might be all right. Let's see. Yeah. Come on. Step in, sellers. Oh, this will be big. This will be big. Oh, yeah. Come on. I need this market to flush. Look, y'all, the reason why I'm staying confident with the Bears, because the 9 is still under the VWAP. I'm sure I've already said it, but the bars are still trying to fight too at the same time, but we need to really get up under this red line to like really flip bearish. We need to do that. Like, for real. Yeah, we losing the 9 again, which is good. Still bear flagging so far. But let me try to open this up some more. Oh, wrong button. Come on, sellers. Turn on my order block indicator. Yeah, we got a bearish order block earlier. Dang, I had it turned off. I should have had that on earlier. I would have knew to get in puts way earlier. I had my order block turned off. Dang. They are fighting, man. This area is crucial. Right now, the Bears are losing. It seems like them 5-minute candles be taking forever. Let's see what we're looking like on the 1 hour. Yeah, this shit is trying to go higher. I'm really trying to see this trade through, y'all. Right now, I don't like that. They've got wicks at the bottom. I'm looking see what the calls are looking like, because right now it look like the Bulls are about to take over, unfortunately. I'm gonna go next day. I think I'm gonna go next day calls. I'm looking at 670 calls. If we close above VWAP, only if we close above VWAP. I'm trying to see this through, because it's such in a weird spot. Let me see how much it would cost. Right now, 670 calls would cost 306 a contract. Okay, come on, step in, sellers. Keep me confident. Keep me confident. I'm not gonna lie, Bulls are kind of taking over, if I gotta be honest. Because I need a discounted to close red, and it's not looking like it's shaping out to do that so far. We still got some time left, because we do got a gap up here looking like it's trying to fill. But I might just cut my shit all together. I might not even get calls, but we'll see. Because we got a 2-2 reversal. Oh my gosh. We're closing above the VWAP. Yep. Let's see. Trying to hold on. And again, I still got time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I bought time, because I still feel like this thing can pull back, even though the Bulls are actually trying to step up. Yep. We get it back above the RB, man, we are in trouble. The Bears in trouble. We close above the RB. I mean, the VWAP. I'm sorry. Yeah, buys in, y'all. This is tough. That bounce is just harder than what I liked. Still inside the ORB out of all of this, though. After all of this. Still in my position. Oh my God. Pissing me off. Look like it's going to close this gap to the upside on the 5 minute and go run higher. That's what it's looking like. Yeah. I'm still in. Yeah. We are bullish, y'all. Yep. I'm going to go. I think I want to see what I want to do. I'm going to go 670 calls next day. I'm in calls. I'm going 670 calls. I think I'm about to cut. I'm down 30% on my puts for next day. I'm going to try to hold on to those, see if we go to this gap fill. But I'm in on calls right now. I'm only up 0.31%. But let me just go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and cut my puts. I'm down 30% exactly, so I don't want to take too much of a loss on that. Yeah, I'm out on puts. I'm in on calls. Yeah, we flipped. We okay, so look, I took a 33% loss on I took a 33% loss on my puts. So I'm in on calls because we reclaimed the VWAP and the 9 EMA. So they got me out of there. But I'm in calls. I got 670 calls for tomorrow. And really pretty much what I'm looking for now is to try to make back what I lost. So I got my average cost is 319 and I got 3 contracts to the upside. So I got $980, $984, $980. So if I could just make back what I lost, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that. I'm not mad at that. I think I navigated that pretty well. But I'm in on calls. So I took a 30% loss on my puts. And so now I'm bullish to close this gap, and we are doing it. Boom. We just closed. I'm up 5%. So I got 3 contracts. And so I'm shooting for, what I lose, 33%? I'm shooting for that. I need my money back. And so, and you look at this right here, y'all. So I'm going to delete this because this was bear flagging. But now this is a bull flag right here. And I saw it. I was just hoping that candle came in red. But this right here is a bull flag. So let me show you. So right here, this is the pole flag. There go that bull. Bulls took over. So they didn't want to come back off inside. Oh, let me do that one more time. So this is the bull flag right here. This is what I'm expecting. So they didn't want to come off and close this gap no more so far. So they just did a gap close on the 5 minute. So now it's selling out. But this market. The reason why I'm in calls is because we got back above the VWAP and the 9 EMA. So you don't want to have too much pride. You want to cut your losses, and that's come with the game, right? That's the market. So I cut that loss because we got back above the 9 EMA and the VWAP. So, which is why I had to flip sentiment. As bad as I didn't want to, I had to. You know what I mean? So it's bull flagging up out of here. But now we got these sellers that's in the way. We need to get back above these. Now I'll tell you what, if we fail the 9 EMA and the VWAP, then that means chop city. So that means I need to just cut the trade and call it a day, because you don't want to lose too much money, right? You want to come back fresh and then, come back, live to trade another day. Because right now, technically, we are not trending anywhere. We're not trending. So for me, I'm just looking to get my money back on the first play that I lost. And I'm not mad about that, because I feel like I navigated that trade really well. So, but right now, what I want to see is buyers stepping up, and it is. And so we're looking good so far. I'm up 6.90%. I'm up 7% now. So hopefully y'all can see that. Hopefully I can see that. Probably kind of hard to see. But anyways, so the current price of my contracts is $341. I bought them for $319. But we need buyers to step in, like for real, for real. Yeah, because if we fail this VWAP and this 9 EMA, then that means like probably call it a day. Meaning like it got to close below it. You know what I'm saying? If we did all of this buying up just to lose it again, then that means that was a nasty fake out. And I could have stayed in puts if that's the case. But right now we still bullish. So we buying up. That's what I want to see. I'm up 6%. Oh man. So another part about trading, you gotta wait till the market decides to pay you. You can't rush the market. So sellers are trying to step in on it so far, but let's see how this kind of close. We need to see a long wick at the bottom to stay confident. I ain't gonna lie to you. If this day sell off and close below that, I'm gonna be pissed, because that means that my sentiment of the market being bearish stayed true. It just shook me out if that's the case. But if we can close green on this candle with a continuation up, that would be lovely. But regardless, I'm gonna try to stay confident in this play to the upside as long as we're above the 9 EMA in the VWAP. But I tell you the good thing about this position so far is that the 9 is crossing over the VWAP. So it might try to like pull back into it and buy back up, or just start to go straight up out of there. So we're gonna see. As long as we don't fall beneath it, we good. If we fell beneath it, and then I'm probably gonna just cut the trade early. Yeah, let's look at that. Well, that's some bullshit. This candle right here closed above the ORB, which is the reason why I'm confident. But this, like I said, this could be a pullback to find support to go higher. But the market can be known to be, a lot slower on FOMC week leading up to the news. So I'm looking, that's what I want to see. I want to see bars come up off that wick right here. I didn't like that close, but at least we got a wick at the bottom. So we need to get it above this with buying pressure to invalidate this fail to up. There you go. All right. So bars are still present. That's good. All right. Now we can stay confident. Let this thing ride out. I'm looking to get, like I said, like around 35%. I'm up 7% right now. Because if we can get to the ATR today, that would be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. I'll be really happy with that. Hell, we can get to the ADR. That'd be even better. And notice too, like I want to show you something. It's a bull flag to me. We got another little trend line that's setting up right here. So we got that setting up. Let's see if we can make that a little bit tighter. I'm not mad at that. I'm only up 5%, 7% now. So we've officially closed the gap and we're running higher. So yeah, I'm up 8%. So again, this is an example where you can kind of flip sentiment. You know, don't be in your feelings. You lose money on the trade. You gotta cut your loss and then get back on the other side. Only reason why I did that because we reclaimed the VWAP in the 9. I want to say that one more time. I'm up 10%, by the way. But the reason why I cut my loss is because we reclaimed, like we failed to sell off harder into that gap below us. So now once we get back above the 9 EMA and the VWAP, we flip bullish. So I had to flip my sentiment. I had no choice. Now I could have just called it quits. Like usually I give myself 2 losses for the day. If I lose twice, then I shut it down. Like unless I'm just on some crazy revenge type of stuff, but I'm trying to practice like actually shutting it down after 2 losses. So right now we only got 1 loss. We good. So we can still play. That's my trading plan. That's what I do. Right now we're looking decent, man. I'm up 10%. Like we're looking decent on this trade. So I just wanted to see it. Look this thing, sure. I want to see some more buying pressure come in. We holding a trend. So stay confident. We just need to actually pick it up, pick up the pace, market, pick up the pace. It is Monday. Mondays are known to be choppy sometimes. Most times I've noticed lately. I just want to get a little 30%, a little 30% plus. And I really don't like to be in the market past, really, if I can help it, 10 or 11, like Central Time. Like I don't like being in the market too long because I like to get my money, get in and out. But sometimes, you gotta be in there a lot longer than what you like. So I can tolerate like 11, 12, noon. But anything past noon is just crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie. 'Cause I like to enjoy my day. Okay, we got some buyers stepping in for sure. Keep going. I'm up 10%. I just need this kind of to close strong right here and continue up. That would be nice. And what I'm gonna do, see the put contracts that I only had 2 contracts earlier, but on these calls I got 3 calls for next day. So once I get up 30%, I'm gonna sell 2 of the contracts and I'm gonna try to hold one to run the code, like to go test the high of Friday, which is at 672. So I'll try to hold the last contract for a little bit more, like 40%, 50%, if that's what the market want to give me. But I'm not gonna lie, that was a nasty trap on the Bears. Because right now, if I'd have still held my position, I would be down a lot more, which is unnecessary because I know the sentiment flipped. That's good. That's good. We're seeing buyers step up. That's good. We need more volatility right now. The volume is terrible right now. The volume is low. I don't like it. The last time we had some real nice volume was on this three bar right here. That was back at what 1050. That's on that 3 candle. It has some nice volume on that one. That's really what flipped the market because we was bearish and that 3 came in. I knew. I was like, yeah, bro, you're in trouble. And I was confident on this fell 2 up right here, but then we came back with a fell 2 down, and it's been up ever since. Because see, look, this red line right here, we never got back below it. So I like to play fell 2s on the strat. That's what I like to do. That's more my style. So the problem is, like, it can do stuff like this. It can have a fell 2 up, and then the next candle can give you a fell 2 down. You know what I mean? Reversing it, because a fell 2 up right here with this long wick, that indicates that we're going to fall eventually. So it took 15 minutes for this thing to actually fall. So we got a fell 2 up with this long ass wick right here, and then it fell. But it didn't fall right away. See, it chopped, went sideways, and then fell. Then we got a 3 bar with aggression, bull flagged up out of there. And see, right here, you got to be careful because it gave a fell 2 up again, but the candle kind of closed like a red hammer, but it still kept going past it. So, because we, like I said, we're in a bullish sentiment overall, because we're above the EMAs, all the EMAs, we're above the VWAP. So the sentiment is bullish. Why argue it? Why fight with the market? Go with the market. You know what I'm saying? We don't got the money they got up there on Wall Street. You know what I mean? We want to try to be with the big money. So that's good. We're seeing bars trying to stay present, which is good. This is why we flip. This is why I flip bullish, because we reclaimed all of that stuff. We failed to stay below it. It just wasn't ready yet. I'm up 10%. Just need buyers to really step up ASAP. Got to be patient. Got to be patient. Yeah. Man, how long have I been live? I've been live for a minute. 1 hour and 17 minutes. Yeah. We're still locked in. Okay, look, it's trying to give a fell 2 up. I don't like that. So, okay. Sellers are trying to step in. We need to see what's going to happen right here. They gave a fell 2 up a while ago right here. I need this counter to flip green. I'm only up 5% right now. Depending on how hard we sell off, I might call it a day, because I'll get my money back tomorrow. Because if it come back inside this RB, I'm telling you right now, the market's going to chop, especially if it fails the 9 EMA and the VWAP. If it fails this and it don't hold up, the market is going to be choppy, super choppy. Yeah, see, I don't like that. I needed to get up out of there, like go with intention. All right, there we go. Step in, buyers. Come on, step in. All right, it just gave us a fell 2 up. So that's a bear sentiment. I don't like that. I need them to give a fell 2 down, so I can stay confident in this. As long as we stay above the 9 EMA and the VWAP, we straight. But I don't like that. But overall, like I said, we're bullish technically. Technically, we're bullish. So I'm trying to believe in the structure. But I'm telling you now, if we come back inside this RB, that means we're probably going to chop for the most part. And I don't want no parts of it because I'm already ready to be done trading. I already went past the time I want to be in this market. Because if it lose that 9 EMA in that VWAP, it's gonna be a wrap. Yeah, I'm only up 2%. Trying to stay confident. See if we can get another bull flag to get up out of here. I need to see buyers stepping up off of this. Okay, now we just got a 9 EMA touch. All right. So let's see if we can see buyers step in and buy back up off of here. I'm only up 1.57%. It's crazy that we're just barely above the RB. 942. Barely above the 15-minute RB. This is what happened, man. When the market just gaps, it's like a good and a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like if you know how to play gaps and you're good, but it can cause the market to be choppy because we double gapped. Like if you look at the market on a 1 hour chart, we got a gap above us we need to fill and below us on a 1 hour. It's ridiculous. It's like, so the market is literally like, don't know what it wants us to do. You know what I mean? Eventually, one of the gaps are going to be filled. We want to be in on it when it does. But right now, this candle right here is going to tell a story for sure because it is not buying up with a lot of pressure right now. I need it to turn green. I need that candle to turn green to stay confident with the bulls. So right now, technically, we're above the 9 EMA. So I got to be bullish when I see that. Come on. Come on, come on. We got a minute left on this candle, so let me see. There we go. Come on. Come on. Yes, sir. I'm up 4%. Now, if we can get this to be a filter down, we're looking good for the upside. Looking good for the upside. We just got to get this closure. Yeah. That's what we want to see. We want to see a hammer. I'm telling y'all right now, if we can get this right here, like this move out of there, boom. That's what we need. Come on. Buy back up. Yeah, man, the volume, unfortunately, the volume was just so slow. So slow. There's not a lot of people participating in the market right now. So sucks because you got to just wait and see what's going to happen. We didn't get that close. We did not get that green close. So hopefully this will be the flag to come up out of there. I was hoping we got a fail 2 down, which would have been a bullish indication to go higher, but sellers is looking like it's trying to take over because we got this fail 2 up right here. So that's bearish. We lose this 9 EMA, and then if we lose the VWAP, I'm going to cut this trade because I ain't got time. I'm enjoying my day. I'll come back tomorrow and make my money. I'm not tripping at all. I'm still positive on the trade. I'm up. Well, now I'm flat. And my contracts is literally even. Well, now they up 1.25%. Hoping the Bulls step up right here. This is a sideways day so far on overall. But if the Bulls can wake up, we can make something shake. Let's make something shake, market. Come on. Come on, Bulls. Get up out of there, show me something. I need this right here. Inside candle on the 5. Still above 9, still above the VWAP, so we're good so far. Yeah. Come on, buyer, step up. Blast out of there. I'm up 5%. Yep. Come on. Show me it's real. Show me it's a real bull flag. Come on. On my DIY indicator down on the bottom left is saying go long. So, yeah, there you go. Bulls is trying to step up again. So now we just got to break the high of this red candle right here. If we can break the high of that red candle right there, we good. Let me delete this one. So let's take some of this stuff off. It's just slow right now. It's not really going nowhere, but it is trying to stay bullish. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, FOMC week, man, it'd be tough. So I don't even like on FOMC week. I don't even look for like big percentages like normal weeks. I just try to shoot for like 20-30% during FOMC week, just because I know the market can be choppy leading up to like big data, big news. You know what I'm saying? We still got all of that stuff coming up this week. It's a lot going on when it comes to news and data. Man, it's so slow, man. This is exactly why I don't like to be in the market past 10 a.m. I try to my goal every day is to actually make my money in the first 90 minutes of the market. Like if I can do that, that's always great for me. But sitting here, it's it's tough. Now we're getting close to 3 hours. And in the last 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes, we've been in the same area. So annoying. I don't like this. We just got back up under the 9. And look like we come back inside the ORB. I'm losing patience now. I know I can stay in this trade a lot longer, but I don't know if I want to. Yeah, we just lost the VWAP. If we confirm under that, I'm out because I'm down 5%. All right, yep. Yep. I need to see buyers step in ASAP in order for me to stay in this trade. I need buyers to buy so hard off this VWAP to keep me confident. If it loses this VWAP, I'm going to cut the trade, call it a day. I won't feel no type of way about it. So I got almost 4 minutes to see what's going to happen. But right now, sellers is trying his hardest to keep the market down. But if we can get like a green candle to close, then we should blast off. But if not, then that means we've not only reclaimed the 9 EMA and the VWAP, that means that the market lost it again, which indicates that it's probably going to be chopped. And I'm not trying to be here for that. Let me see what my position is saying. I'm down 3%, down 5%. So yeah, I'm not gonna take a 30% loss on this one if they're gonna sell it off. Well, unless they just dump it like crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I had puts. If that shit come down and fill this gap, I'm gonna be annoyed. Okay, we just touched the 20. Still in the critical area. We just need to see buyers step up. We still got time. By the way, I'm down 6.58%. And I need to see buyers ASAP. Because right now, if this sells off, then this will be a fail two up on the hour chart. I'm looking at it on my iPad over here to the left. So I got my MacBook that I'm looking at, and I got my iPad I'm on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not confident in the Bulls right now. I'm not. It's not buying up. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Yep, this is chop. We about to be back inside the ORB. I'm probably call it quits after this candle. I don't even care if it buys up. I'm just gonna probably call it quits. Yep. I'm down 11%. I still got time though. Still got time. I need to wait for this candle to close to see what we do. Anyway, I just show up fresh for tomorrow and just be done. There you go. See, that's what I want to see. I just want to see a wick at the bottom of this. I need to see it get back above VWAP and the 9. But right now, that 20 is trying to hold us up, but it's still look like it got sellers stepping up. Yeah, I might just be done. The fact that we still inside the ORB is not a good sign. I'm telling y'all right now. Come on, bars. Yep. Step up. Keep me in this play. Keep me in this play. Get back above that VWAP to keep me confident. $35 seconds left. Come on. Down 8%. Not too bad. I'm down like $78. Excuse me. Nothing crazy. I went to bed late last night too, trying to figure all of this out. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of rushed the live. I was trying to make it work. I stayed up till 4 a.m. last night trying to figure this out because I wanted to go live. I wanted to test it out on Monday. And so I'm a little tired. So the fact that this is going slow, I don't like it. Yeah, see, if we, it look like seller stepping in. I might cut this trade, y'all, because now we lost the VWAP and the 9 EMA. Yeah, if we get back up under that red candle, I'm going to cut the trade. I'm going to give me a market order set and sell 3 of them at market price. Yeah, I'm out. Take a small paper cut. I'm out. That's chop. Look. So I just took 12% loss. Yeah. So I took a 12% loss. Look, I'm out. I'm out of all my trades, right? I lost $326 today. So I could try to fight the market, right? Like I could try to my best to just be like, no, I want this trade to work out. And it might still work out. But look, it's about to be 11. You know what I'm saying? New York time is about to be noon. Everybody's going to lunch. Like this is slow down hour. You know what I mean? Like this is chop. The fact that we still inside the 15-minute ORB tells me that the market can still do this for a lot longer. And so it's hard to get a good gauge on what the market is actually going to do because we're literally in a spot to where we can actually sell off and go close the gap like I was trying to shoot for earlier, right? Or we can bounce up right here and try to go back to the highs of the day and then come back to the ORB and reject. Like it can get trendy. It can. News can come out and one of my plays could have worked out, right? But I like to see it happen within the first 90 minutes. And so since it didn't, I'm just going to call it quits because we back inside the ORB. You know what I mean? Like it's not about, trying to overtrade all the time, trying to force stuff. You know what I mean? You got to understand when the market is slow, you don't want to put your account at risk. Like me losing $300, a little over $300, that's not going to, you know what I mean, hurt. You know what I mean? I went light today. It was smart. I went next day contract. And so if I was in same day contract, it would be even worse. You know what I mean? Like we at an area where it can go either way. And so for that reason, you got to like take it easy and take your foot off the gas, if that makes sense. So, all right, man. For the people that I text and told y'all that I was live, this is, y'all witnessing the first one. Please give me your feedback on what y'all think. You know what I mean? I'm excited for this because I want to do more of this for sure. I just want to help, man. That's all I've ever wanted to do. I want to help, and of course, I want to win some big money too at the same time. But look, it's selling back off. We're losing VWAP. So look, I cut that trade. You see what I'm saying? I cut the trade. You know what I mean? This is the exact reason why I got out of it, because we lost the 9 AMA and the VWAP. Now we're losing the 20. Now I could have still been in my puts from earlier because I technically had next day, but I'm trying to practice 50%, cut my losses. I know I could have held that trade and took a 50% risk, right? I could have held that trade, but then what? If I held that trade, we could have bought up easily. Now we create another bearish order block. So now they're going to try to come down and fill this gap to the downside. But look, I'm going to call it quits. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? Because it can stay inside this ORB for a lot longer. What it can do, it can go down and test the gap and then bounce hard again and still be inside the ORB. So you really kind of got to scalp today. You know what I mean? It's not really paying the best. You know what I mean? I was up on all of my trades, but I mean, let's be real. For me, I like to try to get at least 30%, 20-30% minimum. You know what I'm saying? Or more. But today is choppy. It's okay, man. Like you trade another day. This is good habits. I'm trying to create good habits. You know what I mean? So, but all right, man. I'm about to get off of here. Hopefully y'all like this, man. Hopefully I was able to help. Do your own due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Do your own due diligence. Do your own research, please. You know what I'm saying? This is not, this is not financial advice, what they say. Man, this is just me talking from my experience and me giving my opinion on the market and what I would do, as far as trading options, spot options. So it's your boy D-Pain, man. I'm about to sign off of here, man. Appreciate it. This was fun. All right, I'm out.